Okay, hello everybody, StrikerFX here, and today I'm going to give you another gameplay video on my GTX 260 Core 216 test. And today we are testing on Battlefield 4, as you can see. Right now I have the settings all on high, and as I told before in many videos, FPS on Fraps cuts it in half, so I had to turn off the setting on Fraps just to get it to cut down by only like a little FPS. As you can see, I can only get, well, not really can see, but what I'm seeing right here is I'm only getting like 35 to 30 or 25 FPS, 25 to like 35 FPS on here. When in reality, if you take out Fraps off, it's up to about 40 to 45, so that's really good. However, this is all on high settings, as you can see. So high settings on a GTX 260 Core 216 is actually is playable. So that's very nice. And this is on a I think Lansing Dam. Wait, no. Yeah, Lancang Dam. I forgot how to say that. Lancang Dam. I don't play Battlefield 4 that much. But as you can see, it's Lancang Dam. Lots of textures, lots of flares and everything. Not very much things going on. I had Parasol Storm running, so that was a lot of going on, but still same results, so not very much. Okay, so that's pretty much it for that. Let's go ahead and go to options here. Let's change it to medium and see how much FPS we get on that. So after recording, I got up to about 40 to 50. Actually no, 40 to 45 to like 50 or something like that. But like somewhere around that area. And as you can see, it's on Fraps. It's getting solid 35 to 40 FPS. So that's very good. So I got 40 to 45 to 50 on my on these settings on medium, so that's really good. Especially for this card, I can barely get up. I mean, but on Fraps, so it's barely getting up to like 60 or so, getting up to that range. But it still runs very good. You can still record videos on this thing. 30 FPS is somehow playable on Battlefield 4. I don't know how, but maybe because like that's just the way Battlefield 4 plays. I can play just perfectly fine. It just runs very well. Okay. So that's enough for medium settings. Let's go ahead and go to low settings. So this is all low, and this should get at least the best FPS we can get, unless we change the resolution. I will do a resolution. I'm going to change the resolution to 1600 by 900p, which is Xbox quality, and to see if we can actually get better frames. Now, keep in mind though, PS4 and Xbox One, and as I've been told, they've run 30 FPS. So that's on 900p. Xbox actually runs 720. So I mean, if this card can get better than an Xbox 360 and a PS4, I'm going to be sorely disappointed in these action consoles. So this is low quality. Let's see what it does. Yes. All right. So resume. We are getting 40, solid 40 FPS. Wow. Okay. So medium and low settings don't really they're just like a little difference between them. There's no motion blur, as you can see, so 40 to actually no, solid 45, 40. Yeah, just it's not going anywhere below 30 yet. It's actually staying until it gets to like 38. It's not going anywhere below 38 FPS. That's really good. That's very good for something like that. The only time it's getting below is when I do something like that. So let's see if I can throw a grenade here. How much frames it drops? Only to 35, so it doesn't drop anywhere below 35. That's really good. That is really good for those things on this card. So it is perfectly playable. Load setting still looks pretty good. You can turn on the motion blur if you want. It probably won't make a difference, other than the fact that it will probably just like drop it down to like 1 or 2 frames. But as you can see, it's perfectly playable on this card, which is very surprising, especially for a high graphic demanding game like this. I think they optimized it very well, so that's pretty good. Unfortunately, the same story cannot be said for Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare. It won't even run on this card. So yeah, so this is a DirectX 10 card. It's 7 years old. So now we are going to test it on 1600 by 900p. I will be right back. Oh, one more thing, guys. This is Ultra settings, by the way. I forgot to test Ultra, and as you can see, it's very, very laggy. But it is running at 25 FPS, so that's for Ultra settings on 25 FPS on this card. That's pretty good, but it is not very playable. You can still play it. You won't have the best experience. But I mean, it's not jerky or anything. It's not like Black Ops 2, where if you have like a bad card and it will start going to 25, you cannot aim very well. So, but this is still playable. It's very actually. I mean, it's 25 on here is pretty playable. It's just very jerky at times, and I will prove that later in one of my other videos. So that's 25. And let's even get it up to 30 actually. So this is ultra settings on the 260. So now we're gonna go into 900p and see how far we can get in terms of getting it better than the Xbox One or PS4. So if that's the case, then Xbox One and PS4 are obsolete. Sorry. So let's do this. Okay guys, so now we are in 1600 by 900p. This is Xbox 360 quality. Wait, actually no, this is actually a PS4 quality. Xbox 360 one's on 720, but I don't want to deal with that. We all are starting on high settings, which is better than the PS4. So let's see how much frames we get on this. It shouldn't change. It should change. Well, it did actually. It's actually getting more frames, as you can tell. So this is getting up to about 40 frames a second. So this is better than the PS4, and it's very playable, as you can tell right here. So yeah, I can play on this all day. I can literally record videos for you guys on Battlefield 4 and just upload them. It'll be perfect for you guys. So this is pretty much playable. I like the fact that I'm sorry, Battlefield 4 runs very well on 30 to 40 FPS. So that's very good for a game like this. So that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and change some settings here. Let's go up to Ultra first, because I missed that one last time, so I don't have to mess it up. So, alright, so Ultra settings, as you can see, motion blur is all the way up to full, everything's up to full. As you can see, we're already getting 35 FPS, so that's very good for 900p. Oh, I'm already out of ammo. Okay, whatever, switch guns. This is Ultra settings. Very good FPS, even up to 40, which is nice. So for console quality, you can get very good frames off of this. I mean, for console quality on a 7-year-old card, you can get a lot of frames off of this. Of course, PS4 probably runs at 60 FPS, which is norm, but on this game, it runs on solid 40 to 45 on Ultra. So now we're going to do console quality, which is a mixture between medium and high. So I'm just going to do medium to just do a little bit lower than... it's actually a mixture between medium and high. Some settings in here are actually set to high or something like that, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to leave the medium since I don't want to deal with that. So let's go ahead and apply video settings here. And let's see how much frames we get. This is medium. Actually, no, I don't think it's medium. Wait. Nope, I left on Ultra. Okay, there we go. Back. Yes, my bad. Alright, so let's go to zoom. And this is medium settings. So we are getting up to 40. We're gonna say 35 to 40 FPS. So this is very weird. It's actually only the frames like went up to about 2 to 3 FPS higher. So that's kind of weird. But I mean, it is medium. I don't know. Maybe it's like kind of strained a little bit. But yeah, we're getting about to 35 to 40 FPS on fraps. I will put in the description when I got without fraps, which will be pretty fun to play on. So yeah, this is pretty playable on 900p. So if you're willing to play Battlefield 4 on this card, I recommend you do a 900p or something, or if you can, play on 1080p with some low settings. It's best performance out of there. So yeah, that's medium. Let's go ahead and go to low. So low on 900p. So let's see if it beats the console quality. And yep, it's low settings, and I'm getting 40 FPS. So this is pretty much playable for any card. I can do whatever I want, but as you can say, as I can probably tell, I mean, throughout all the settings on here, you can literally play Ultra on the same frames. There's not really any frame change between the two on 900p for some reason. So that's very strange and very weird, but at the same time, it's very cool. So I can record videos for you guys in Ultra, and it really wouldn't matter according to frames. So that's very good. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm now going to test it and put in the description. I am going to test it, and I'm going to, well, not really in the description. I'm going to put in the description and tell you guys what the frames are without fraps. Alright guys, so in conclusion, I have done all the tests, and to say, this card actually runs very, very well. So, in conclusion, I just literally tested everything. So, 900p results. Low settings runs at least 40 FPS to 50 FPS. And same story for medium, and then high settings runs up to about like from 38 FPS to like 47, and then ultra settings is the same story. So it doesn't, so high doesn't reach up, high and ultra doesn't reach up to 50, but medium and low actually reaches beyond 50. But the average was still 45, so that for all of them. So that was it's still pretty good for 900p. So this also, so now for the 1080p, which is native HD quality, it ran a low settings runs you about up to almost all the way up to like 50 FPS as well. Medium runs you about to 45 is at most to 48, at most to 48. Lowest is probably like 35, and then high and ultra all the way up to 30 to 35. So that's ultra doesn't even actually reach 35. It only in 1.8 reached 35. So average, it was. I mean, for this card, it runs very well. So I do like it. I'm not gonna record videos on it, obviously, because I don't want to strain my eye. But yeah. So my thoughts about this. So this is very good for a test. I really am interested about this. Especially since this is a very next-gen type quality game, and the fact that this is a 7-year-old card, which is almost half last gen. So this was made in 2007. So what my thoughts are about it is the fact that this actually runs very well. I got up to about 30 frames is very playable on this card. And the fact that this card can actually play it, well, yeah, I mean on this game, the fact that the card can actually reach that potential and actually be played, I mean that's just even better. So that's enough for this game. A little disclaimer though, a little end disclaimer. This game I do not recommend playing on this card, unless you're gonna play it on everything low with 1080p. Or just like whatever preset you can find with the lowest resolution, simply because it's obviously going to run on. You need to run at least 50 FPS on this game, or else you're going to strain the crap out of your eye. Why is that? For some reason, well, let me tell you something. Thomas Edison said this himself. 46 FPS or below will, well, actually no, lower than 46 FPS will strain the human eye. So if you get FPS lower than this, then, which is pretty much YouTube's flaw, and that's why I'm guessing they're switching over to 60. Then it will strain your eye and probably make your eye worse. So I do not recommend playing this game, especially with fraps running in the background, or if you have everything on ultra, you're going to strain your eye. Also, I do not recommend it in this card as of now, unless you. I only recommend if you use it for like a budget build, if you already have the card, you know, at hand, or if someone's selling it to you for like a good price. I would say the best price for this card has to be $50, simply because the power consumption of this is 200 watts. It runs just as well as the 7770, and well, not just as well as the 7770. It just has like similar clock speeds, and it's just 7 years old. You know, it's huge. It takes up like almost 90% of the computer. I'm just kidding. No, it strains the motherboard a little bit, so I don't recommend SLIing it either. So yeah, this is so I do not recommend buying this card. However, on the contrary, this card is very playable for anyone who already has the card somewhere in their house and they want to make like a build for like maybe their son or something, or they have a friend they want to lend it to. If they don't have anything, then yeah, this is perfect for it. But if you want something similar, if you want something for a better price, if you want something for like the same price, that runs even better, I'd say go for something like the $100 cards, like the 7770, you know, the GTX 750. Those run a lot better and they take up less power. So yeah, this card is not perfect for buying. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this gave you some little insight about this card, how it runs. This is the GTX Core 216. The GTX 260 Core 216 from NVIDIA. Very old card. It's a PNY version, and it runs very well. I'm actually going to upgrade this card later on and give this card to my brother because he needs a new computer. So, because he keeps playing mine, but I am gonna have a new card in the future. It's gonna be either the R9280 or the R9270X. Please help me on that. I would like to know which card I should really get. They're the same price, but I mean they run similar. Like their specs are almost completely similar. I want to know what best performance I can get. They both I've seen the MSI R9270X for 200, well, no, almost up to about $180 to $900 for that. And also I've seen the R9 280 for about actually no, I've seen the R9 270 for about 150, but I've also seen the R9 280 for about 180, which is actually below 200. So that's what I saw on Newegg. And I want to know if I should get the R9 280, spend the extra 20 bucks, or should I just go and get the R9 270X? Is it a better deal? So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Please give me some heads up. I need to know that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this give you some real in-depth guide on how this runs. I did this because I didn't really see a good in-depth video about the 260 Core 216. This is a very legendary card. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.